Really? Oh, so that's how you're gonna play it. You gonna do this? Okay, fine. That's all I needed. That's all I needed for him to do that, and it became personal with me.
Between those Bulls teams and those Pistons.
Oh, I hated him. And yeah, he carries even to this day. They made it personal.
Clyde DeGlide says we're the two best in the game, but I'm not getting into a war of words with Mike.
Clyde wasn't a threat. You know, I'm not saying he wasn't a threat, but me being compared to him, I took offense to that.
And for whatever reason, Michael couldn't make a basket.
Spins in the lane, couldn't get it. Bradford Smith.
Michael hits him on the body, and he nails it. Smith, he has really got that touch going.
No, we're not talking about that guy. We're talking about Bradford Smith.
In Chicago, LaBradford Smith scores 37 points against Michael Jordan. He said that LaBradford Smith, walking out of the gym, had said, "Nice game, Mike." And you knew that this wasn't going to go down well.
The next night, they play in Washington.
We played him on a back-to-back. I never get it. So we're flying to Washington. He said, tomorrow in the first half, I'm going to have what this kid had in the game. I've never seen a man go after another player the way he did.
Jordan scores 36 in the first half.
He's concentrating almost solely on the Bradford.
He took such umbrage at a guy saying, "Nice game, Mike," that he torched and humiliated him.
I knew that Jerry Krause loved Dan Martin. And just because Krause liked him was enough for me. You think he's a great defensive player? Okay, fine. I'm gonna show you that he's not. I put it in my mindset that if I don't do this, then they're gonna consider him on the same level as me. And that motivated me to attack.
Suns by 4. Michael has 29. Jordan, there's the benefit.
The United Center and the Orlando Magic gets the victory. Look at Horace. They're booing him up on the shoulders, Bob.
If you know MJ, as I do very well, only thing he was doing during the summer, having Orlando Magic on his mind. That's all. We didn't have a chance.
Shot clock at 5. Jordan with the pull-up. Yes. 45 points from Michael Jordan. Got it. The Bulls have swept the Magic. Jordan finishes with 45 points. The Bulls do it 106 to 101.
During the finals, we go out to dinner one night. George Karl's over on the other side, having dinner. Hey, there's George Karl over there. And George Karl does not come over and speak to him.
He walked right past me. And I look at him, I said, "Really? Oh, so that's how you're gonna play it?"
You know, he just kind of went by, and I went, "Uh-oh, should have never done that."
I said, "It's a crock of shit." And we went to Carolina. You know Dean Smith. I see him in the summer. We play golf. You gonna do this? Okay, fine. That's all I needed. That's all I needed for him to do that. And it became personal with me.
Here is Jordan. Michael Jordan on the breakaway.
What's the biggest motivating factor going into that series for you?
Karl Malone get MVP.
Congratulations, Karl Malone, 1996-97 NBA Most Valuable Player.
Karl Malone was the most valuable player that year, so here was added motivation for Michael, right? He thought he should have been the MVP.
So we knew immediately where this was going.
I'm not saying he wasn't deserving of it. All I'm saying is that fueled the fire in me and said, okay, you think he's MVP? Okay, fine, no problem.
Here is Michael, 4 on the shot clock.
Against Russell, Michael hangs, fires, score!
I see if all that trash talking starts when it's 0-0 instead of 5-6 point lead. That's where it started.
BJ hitting that shot and staring the whole bench down and whatnot, it just didn't sit well with Michael. And we knew we have woke Michael Jordan up.
If I had to pick a team that gave us the toughest time in the East, you know, Indiana was probably the toughest outside of Detroit. They were tough. Every time I go in that fucking game and come out, I got a new scratch. It became personal with me. Yeah, Brian Russell. When I was playing baseball, Utah was in town to play the Bulls. They're practicing at the facility. I go over to say hello to John and Carl. And this kid, Brian Russell, comes up to me and said, "Man, why you quit? Why you quit? Man, you knew I could guard your ass. I couldn't, you had to quit." I said, "Carl, you need to talk to this dude, man." No, he's just a young rookie. But from that point on, he's been on my list.